All right, let's begin. Wow. And there we go. Hey, okay, so there we go. I've messed with the various zooms so that things should look a little different today. But how's it going, everybody? How you doing, Fuber on the YouTuber? And let me say hello to everybody. Oh god, it's taking things from last stream. Oh no, how you doing, Jake? Congratulations on your first. How you doing, Horror Loving? I think you can do a better snap. Moist, there you go. How you doing, Steve? How you doing, Nobody? How you doing, Bonnie? How you doing, Black Roses? Welcome. Yeah, we got the tunes back because I borked. How you doing? How you doing, Sasha? Enjoy your snap. How you doing, Chieftain? And we have to do the 404 card found. That's okay. It'll be a chance to do it again, I believe. How's it going, Shadow? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I enjoy Yuka, but I need to turn the music down on my end so I can. How's it going, everybody? Hopefully you've had a good day. I have been busy. I've been a busy boy. I did not go to the LGS today. I wasn't feeling it, honestly. I was just like, I'm good. It's not feeling particularly great. But I've used today for maximum getting stuff done. I'm at 5. I get 1,404. That's basically, you know, that you'll get that. You'll get that soon, I believe. I believe. Yeah, let's zoom in. So yeah, today I'm going to be working on these guys, but real quick, I want to show you what I've been working on. So I've been talking about making a video where I talk about the idea of recycling orcs and other random bits into big chaos spawn meatballs. I did that. I can give you all a little sneak peek of some of the results. So here's one of them. Actually, let me get up in there. This is a fine puree of like an incredibly bland like orc commandos kit. We got some Death Guard lads. We got some just like random poxwalkers. How you doing, Rox? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? I'm showing my meatballs. I got 4 of them all together. There we go. We got this lad who's like got a very old regular ass Marine. Who had this like Nurgle. I found him at my shop and I picked him up, but it's like he's very itty bitty. Like he'll be better in. turtle ones, and I got the Slanesh ones. There's something about this stage of kit bashing that I really like, where you can see like colors of things, where just like they were like this kit. The thing is, like, these kits are basically like weird, like half resin and half plastic, aka they're a nightmare, which is why I was not particularly jazzed to paint them as I was stripping the paint. So we got that. One last chuckle nut, but yeah, I got about like 11 videos of me, like 11, no 12. It's 12 for these guys, of putting them together. So next step is I want to take a little 360 rotator shot, because like I said, I really like the stage. Then the next thing is to apply the meat paste and prime and then paint. So I don't know when that's going to happen, but it's going to be a bit. How you doing, Spork? And how you doing, Nintendo? Welcome. Also did 24 of these chuckle fucks. These are little turnip shooty boys that are going to be wretched. They are horrible blendings of Turnip Man and Turnip Machine. The next are a little wonky because I just need to use Mr. Zolf Putty. Oh, they're Nintendo. They're Chaos Spawn. So, and I filmed myself assembling those as well. I am slowly cruising my way to having a video. I've been saying that forever, but it feels more real this time, if that makes any sense. Like, I actually have like footage, and like the script is like not overly convoluted. It feels good. I'm gonna try to keep at it, so we'll see. I want this to happen. I don't know. I've been feeling like I gotta do more. I gotta mix it up. I gotta get in the shit. And I was realizing, like, I've always wanted to do like YouTube stuff, so I'm making it real. But in the meantime, I'm gonna be working on these guys, these Yeomen, who I've been wanting to for a while. It's like once I get, at the very least, if I get 2 of them done. Like I have the flamethrower ones, and they're fine. But the thing is, I'm running a sub-faction that doesn't have access to trench moles, which are these guys with infiltrate. So typically what you're supposed to do is take the Yeomen with the flamethrowers and infiltrate them, because, like, you know, flamethrower really close range. These guys, they need that real bad so they can torch dude. And my faction doesn't, my sub-faction doesn't have that. Papal States gets access to a lot of bullshit, but they give up that, which is, I don't know if that's a fair trade or not, because having glory like on command is really, really nice. How you doing, Juniper Warlock? And how you doing, Dark Muffin? Welcome. How you doing, Papita? Welcome. How you doing? Yeah, flames. See, I thought you were typing a bunch of stuff. I was like, oh no, your name is like incredibly long. Holy shit. Yeah, these are, since I built these, like, so many people have decided to make like Papal States lads. Like, this is when there was no like direct like Papal States Swiss Guard kind of guys. I was like, okay, I need to kit bash these guys out of like a bajillion kits. And now you don't gotta do that anymore. Now there are people that sell them in like one part, and they look nice, but I'm okay with having my own. Also, Shamiko God, thank you for following. Welcome to the workshop. How you doing? I'm working on this lad. Fair. I understand the appeal of the long name. I was just greatly amused because the character limit on Twitch, which is like the platform I'm used to the most, is significantly shorter than that. Yeah. I'm glad you found your way here. Currently, like I said, I'm working on these lads. I also got Ratman, who I don't think I'm gonna get started on today, but I got the Bombardier all primed and everything. This has been a very getting hobby shit done week. I also went to my driveway and I removed the rocks. I live in an area where like it's been raining a lot, and when it rains, like little pebbles and like fine sand kind of just like moves its way instead of like my curb, which is great because I scoop that up and I basically scoop all that shit up and I bake it and, like, you know, cling it and whatnot, so I can use it for like mini bases. It's really nice. I've never had to buy hobby sand the entire time I've lived at this place. My yard just generates hobby sand. It's fantastic. But it was piling up outside. I was like, okay, I gotta deal with it. I filled like one of those like stupid big like Home Depot buckets full. So a large amount of sand has been removed. That's good. I don't even need that much though, but it's fine. It'll be good eventually. Eventually I'll run with the stuff I've already pre-cleaned, and then I'll have to deal with stuff. News. Hopefully, I might be too late. Might be too late. But yeah, at the very least, there's early stages. I think what's gonna hit me and I'm gonna have to quit being like a baby back bitch about is it's weird. I can yap and then like talk and paint with everybody with like an audience just fine. But it's like once I get by myself and I need to record a thing. How you doing, Matthew? How you doing? Welcome. I don't know. Because it's also not just sand, it's like starting to get like big chunky rocks like this big, but like they look like the kind of rocks that are still like nice enough. It's like these rocks don't strike me as natural, but I also don't know where they're coming from. I just know that they just wash up in like front of my house, like near my driveway, and I'm just like, ooh, great terrain rocks. Let's go. Also, how's the video quality for everyone for the mini painting in particular? I think I mentioned I actually legitimately have no reason to investigate. I'm not gonna. That's not my problem. Funnily, like it's not like an issue. I will continue to claim my free novelty rocks. But yeah, I tweak some settings with like the lighting and placement and stuff like that. How's you doing, J-Hef? Welcome. I have Trench Crusade and Turnip 28 are my like most played war games at the moment. Apparently next Sunday, that's the day I'm going to be playing Warhammer 3rd edition, 40k 3rd edition, and I don't mean Horus Heresy, I mean like Warhammer 40k 3rd edition. But Grail is really good. Grail is really good. Yeah, it's my group is really sporadic. We got a semi-active campaign going, but like we're not doing it like. We're doing it really ad hoc, and I don't know if that's common or not because I haven't been doing a lot of campaigns. We basically been doing like one-off games for fucking forever, and now we're beginning to do a couple of like a repeated campaign. But like we got a bunch of people in like different states of games. To get the campaign started, I even double dipped. I was playing 2 factions. I currently have Knights of Avarice and then what's it called? I have Knights of Avarice as one, and then Methodius Trench Pilgrims as the other. And it seems like the Methodius Trench Pilgrims are becoming my main ones, which is funny because I'm normally the Heretic guy. Like, so like speaking about Grail was supposed to be like my first. Like, I don't know if you've seen my stuff before. Let's see. Yeah, it's also just like in general, like wrangling adult schedule stuff. Yeah, if you check out my Instagram, you should be able to see all my other Trench Crusade stuff, including basically every model that's been shown in my Instagram. I think has been played at least once, as far as Trench Crusade goes. Warhammer, not so much. Yeah, we also got a Discord where we watch jank fantasy. So not this upcoming week. There will be a 1-week break on that. Hey, let's go. I changed the like angle and the lighting and some stuff like that, so I'm glad it's working out. I'm glad it's working out. No, that's totally fair. I was in your position as well. I have Death Guard. I have very nurgly Chaos Knights. And I was originally going to do Nurgle for Horus Heresy stuff, but then I read the first Heretic, like many people, and then now I have I'm ride or die for the Sons of Lorgar. I still like the Death Guard guys stuff. I still like Death Guard stuff. But oh yeah, I can actually show you a fun nurgly project I'm working on too. Matthew's going through all my stuff, but I appreciate you activating those. But yeah, so I'm currently in the process of recycling. I have a bunch of minis that I'm never going to paint these. They're like orcs, some like old poxwalkers. So like I basically like shredded them up and I've glued them into these chaos spawn. It looks like a fucking mess, but in like a glorious way. Eventually what's going to happen is I'm going to use like Tamiya plastic putty to fill in the gaps and then to texture it, and I'm going to paint it skin color. Everybody loves that. Like, it's to this date, it's still my most popular mini. I get, like, basically daily updates on people going, like, what the fuck? It's either what the fuck, or is there a tiny space marine and turd inside of there? Or, like, a tiny robot, I mean. And it's like, yes. One faithful day browsing cults, and I find the lad, and then now, and then that model literally took me 2 years to paint, not because I was like ooh, putting the detail in. That's clearly not my best work. It's just that like every now and then I'm like, I'm gonna paint him a little bit. How you doing, Tech? Welcome. Very little, from what I understand. I know that there's a brief mention that I think there's some pagans getting tricked into believing their people are demons, but I think there's somewhere in Russia, I think, or maybe like North. I don't know. And I think there's another mention. I think Airy or whatever has like a couple pagans that are like the church is like, well, you're doing fine enough, so we'll just kind of. A lot of times the church in Trench Crusade is very like, I don't approve of what you're doing, but legitimately hell is over here. Ah, there we go. Then we got ad break, unfortunately. I said like so much funny because like the metal's like the easiest part on these guys. For some reason, a lot of their metals really like blotchy and mix it up. Spreadsheet. I don't know what's up with these tubes. So like I picked these guys because they had the right pants, but this guy's just got like tubes crawling up the side, and I don't understand. All right, we're back. Welcome back, welcome, Bars. Welcome. I would need to double check on that. I also know. So weirdly enough, Westphalia is doing a pagan specific subfaction. Made in a way that it's really like compatible with New Antioch. So here I can show you an example of that as well. So there's definitely some pagan bullshit going on. So because let me rinse this brush out. So like up until now they've basically done like troops, heavy machine armor, and like a lieutenant, like, you know, stuff you could run New Antioch. So here's this guy from that set. I customized the head and spoilers, I gave him a little Alpha Legion insignia because I thought that would be fun to do. So yeah, but there's this guy's like their version of the heavy machine armor. The helmets switch out too, but it looks pretty natural. And so like, you know, yeah, they do be nice. It's a nice thick boy. And I like what Westphalia is doing. So they're basically like, hey, do you want to run pagans, but like your group is not big on like they have a what's it called? Like I think they're doing that like partner thing where they get officially put like the Trench Crusade stamp on their stuff. But you know, third-party rules always get a little shifty with things. However, next month they've showed us some models that they're gonna go buck wild. Like they just like at next month, any like if you want to run these, there's no pretense of being able to run them as New Antioch maybe. So these are the Jotun that apparently are coming out. And I fucking love that helmet. I might want to like fuck with mine a bit because I kind of like the idea of doing a bit more like cold. But it's like, ooh, that's a good looking lad. That's a good looking lad. So the plan will be to how you doing, Lana? Well, yeah, very cool giant. I'm very excited for that one. Because here's the thing too, I basically got all the Trench Crusade I need. I really don't need any more like new stuff. I mean, I do. Like there's like occasional models, but like if I don't know, if like a fucking like grizzly bear just showed up with a gun and was like, hey, I don't know how to use this as an example. Let's say somebody was like, okay, you cannot paint any more Trench Crusade models. You can play as much as you want, but you have to keep your existing collection and nothing else. I'd be fine. I would have several armies and they'd all have a lot of unit variety. Some of the campaigns might be a little rough for expanding. But otherwise, I'd be pretty hunky-dory. But people also keep releasing cool new sculpts, so, like, the fact that they're going, like, yeah, we're making our own sub-faction with hookers and blackjack, I'm like, okay, there we go, this is like a new Trench Crusade faction, that I can fuck around with, and hey, I can always feed them back into New Antioch. Oh, I do know we gotta, listen, I'm excited for the Church of Metamorphosis. I have been excited for the Church of Metamorphosis. I like the Grail. I like the Court. Once the Church of Metamorphosis drops, I will be switching over to them. I'm sorry. That's just how it's going to be. They are probably going to become my main faction because I've been looking at the art for them for ages, and they're like crustaceans by way of Bloodborne, and I fuck with that shit immensely. It's really, really, really good. Come over. Yeah, it's one of those things that, like, for me personally, I would have rather they never mentioned pagans. Like, I basically, I mean, okay, I'm okay with them mentioning pagans. I would just totally be okay if they're like, was never concrete on whether like their stuff was also true. I'd be okay with that, but like if we're going to go the route that pagans also have like their own magic and shit going on, like I'm fine with it. And I do like a big I do like a big giant. I'm always just more on the choices. Like, I understand that like I'm built different. A lot of people are like, I would not, like, I cannot consider a thing to be real unless like the devs sign off on it. So like if they basically were like, we're never going to release a Church of Metamorphosis, I would just kind of kit bash my own, and they don't need new rules. Like, I think the existing stuff would get me there, but they are, so it's like, okay, I'll wait for them to come out. But I'm very big on the like players making their own choices, kind of like that kind of thing. Which is why, I mean, the West Valley guys are like, you know, they're still third-ish party, so like the fact that they're like, fuck it, we want pagans, we're gonna make our own pagans. I like that. Yeah, I'm okay with like, and also the pagans with like being integrated and like being brought in is kind of fun too. The real Dracula, which is funny because I'm pretty sure that they are doing like Hussar vampires at some point. I know they're coming out, I just don't know when. All right. Now this guy, Vlad. Where's my pink? Day Pebble Dirt Iris? Wait, what? Wait, what about the dirt? On it. I'm super confused about the dirt. Yeah, so I'm getting some pink because I want this guy to have yellow in between his legs. Yeah, or like the what's it called? There's like I don't know exactly what the proper term for the religion is these days. How you doing, Tom Popo? Welcome. But like how there'd be like a lot of like African spirits who kind of got like rebranded as saints. Mind you, that was under duress, but I still find the idea like out of that like kind of bad context to be very neat. I find that to be neat. Some pink. I just had to use that like I feel like just pink was always a little chunky, so I'm trying out that like flow improver stuff. See how that's gonna work. Get a good. Oh yeah, this brush is also. Did brush lose its point? What the fuck? How you doing, Tom Popo? And why have you cursed me so? Why have you cursed me so? Fine, how you doing, nerd? All right, so the plan is, I would like to go in. That'd be good enough. That might be the wrong ratio. Yeah, it has been a bit. I've been doing. Just need a little bit more paint in this mixture. I've been doing pretty good. Like I said, I think starting to get these videos recorded is bringing like I've been feeling like a big return of creative energy that I feel like I haven't had for a while, and it feels great. It legitimately feels great. I think some of it's because I am starting to like unfuck some bad habits, which is like causing like better habits to kind of like return or at least fill its place, which feels good. Your first, oh shit! Congratulations, hell yeah! Like a lot of people getting married and having kids. Fuck yeah, let's go, hell yeah. Yeah, I was kind of hitting a thing where I'm like, oh god, I'm feeling very low energy and I'm realizing how much time I'm wasting. So I've been taking some like steps to kind of deal with that slightly. I'm trying to deal with that slightly. The ERA armor look like. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I have 0 context for War Thunder, but I didn't know you could do that level of customization. That's pretty cool. Getting the pink in all these, because I think the plan is basically I'll try this guy. This guy will be my test first. Is everywhere that's a recess, I'm painting pink because I eventually want to paint yellow. And then I'll probably, after this, like, touch up the blue. Really, like I said, really at the end of the day, I don't need this many Yeomen. Get up in there now. The mistakes of past. Oh god, yeah, the mistakes of past Hal. Some unironically, there's been like a decent amount of people that are like, you know what, I want to get back into running because I think that's a thing that like, I don't know, I know people who are like they're like the same way that I paint minis, they prep for like little mini marathons and stuff. There's like a whole world every now and then I get like reintroduced to by people who are in my age bracket, and just the kind of like what's more like a kind of like typical thing, or maybe not typical. I don't know. I had a like I recently saw a thing like in like a like the guild sends me to like interact with other people sort of my age as like a agent for them or whatever. So like I was just hearing this guy basically was like, yeah, so my girlfriend set me up with my birthday for this like for like a dog date, like just to hang with the dog. And like I like dogs a lot actually, but it's just like, oh, is that why people that don't have my like particular like brain disease do? Like is this what's happening? Is this what you do when you don't know what anime is? I legitimately I'm just like the whole time I'm like, huh, okay. Is this what you do when you don't have Uma Musume in your life? I'm not like, I don't even know if this is a value judgment or anything. Like I objectively, a lot of my hobbies are expensive and waste of time, but it's like, huh. It's explosive reactive armor. Ah, gotcha. So someone tries to shoot you, it just fucking detonates, I guess. Yeah, the marathon stuff I do get. Like that's understandable because it's like, you know, it's like a big healthy thing and you get like an objective like benchmark on like how good your running be and whatnot. I can understand that actually. It's the dog day one that I'm like fully confused about. I guess it's more like dog rental. You could just rent a dog, I guess. It's like I don't know. I guess if somebody gave me like $50 to hang with Nanners, I would say yes. But if also somebody's like, "Can I just hang out with you and Nanners?" I would also say, well, I don't know. I don't know either. Asked Hal made a mistake in my greed to put a guy on a base. To be fair though, I think my original plan was like I would like to get these guys on the table sooner than later. This is certainly, like, putting them on the base at this stage is definitely a way to do it. Good turn, Discord. Hey, let's go. Yeah, I got Tom Popo came back from the journey of producing a child and decided to celebrate by turning me into the Hal Pepper, which is a very fun way to do that for sure. But he's also gonna have like similar striping on his cockpit, but it was not exactly made for striping in mine, so it's got enough like ruffle density, I guess. I don't know. Wouldn't be too bad. He looks like delicious cotton candy though, right? I haven't had cotton candy in a hot minute. Like one of those things that like you can't really get outside of like going to like a big thing. This one. I'm gonna find out that I'm gonna find out that like the pattern for this is fucked. And I just totally borked the pattern for this. There we go. So yeah. Oh yeah, speaking about like Gamers Up stuff, they got like a big buy one get stuff free going on right now. So if you want to get like extra tubs stuff, that's that do be an option. All the Gamers Up people love me. They're like, would you like to get stuff? Try that link, I guess. It really works. It's working, I guess. So they'll have to take it. They'll have to take my form of whimsy. Luckily, some of these angles are like so tight that like if I can't get a good look at them like under there, probably no one else really can. More level on all this. I also need to paint he's got like a couple like belt things and stuff. I want to hit him first too. How you doing, American Catboy? Meowdy, meowdy, meowdy. No, this is a real fucking good song. Everything by new. It's so great because in other apps and stuff, the name will just clip off into the void. And because it's funny because like there's always like when it comes to Japanese music, there's a kind of mindset of like, oh yeah, just like, you know, make your name just like a regular name, and then there's another mindset of like who produced this? Their name is entirely blank. Like what? Again, no, their name is blank. Their song is called like squiggly line whatever, and I'm not saying like they're like because they're Japanese. I mean specifically because they chose like weird fucked up characters that I don't think are even like rendered into Japanese properly. Like one of my favorite songs that was produced for like a Vocaloid song is called Snake, but like the actual title of the song is not called Snake. It's blank. It's just entirely blank on YouTube. I only know it's called Snake because the person in a later comment was like, "Hey, Snake is on Spotify now," and I was like, "Oh, that's what this is fucking called." Hell yeah. Yo, the leather bits are going pretty good. I'm trying to figure out like so. Swiss Guard are typically like yellow, blue, and red. It's like I don't know exactly what color to do the cuffs. Like blue would also kind of make sense for them as well. Yeah. And this is like a leather belt. Oh, bells on this are not as crisp as I would like. I know. At the end of the day, these are disposable chaff infantry that I will like. It's so they have armor, like in the fact that like this guy's got a helmet. But in the rules, I will likely never give this guy any form of protection. A single bullet will likely kill him. Sometimes they don't, though. I've had a trench pilgrim that I gave a stump gun to who had no armor. Basically run around the battlefield just like surviving somehow. Wait, what is the blue light special? Oh, you're saying like for like opposite of red light special. Ah, gotcha. Okay. But yeah, he is made to die, born to fuck. Some guy. No, this guy's not God. Listen, God's chosen their trench pilgrims because they hear that they hear God in their heads. Like God in their heads, like, hey, you should go over to where hell's at. You should try to kill some of them with like a fucking club. And they're like, I'll do it, my lord. And the funny thing is like, there are people who in setting can hear the voice of God, but they have to train for it. I actually have no idea if the trench pilgrims like the belief that they are hearing God. I don't know if that's true or not. Fuck, this guy's a little bit of metal around. Actually, metal in a couple spots. How you doing, Mini Dow? How you doing? I'm trying to get my lads ready for tabletop, so that way I will finally the last of the like main canonical armies that you can play. I will actually have like a model, like a full playable list. I don't have like my full people states list just yet. Well, I guess I could. Probably could actually, but like with this, between this and like my two suits of like mechanized heavy infantry armor and my lieutenant in power armor, and I have a guy who is a engineer. I could just run vanilla New Antioch. Give him like leather gloves. Actually might be good for like the just for the hands, and the cuffs will just be an actual color. It looked pretty good. I will fully admit that my brain immediately was like heretic naval raiders, but like no, it looked pretty good. I think it's just a current color scheme right now. I think once it's painted, it's gonna be pretty legit. It's gonna be pretty legit. If there was like a oopsie on the plate, I absolutely did not notice it. I am known to be blind though, so like don't fully trust my lack of vision, but I think you'll be fine. I think you'll be fine. Like I've also I should show you guys the tonk I'm done. No, it's not quite done, but it's basically there. Here, let me get this guy's hands and I'll show you the tonk I printed. Because I do not have any Predator tanks for 3rd edition. I mean, I don't have any Predator tanks. I've just kind of gone through my collection of Chaos stuff, not really getting a lot of vehicles. I think it's because up until recently, vehicles never super, like, interested me, I guess? I don't know. I'm like, that's a cool tank. It's not a demon, so whatever. But I don't know. I'm kind of turning around a little bit. That's got his glove hands. All right, check this. This is also another good test of like, this is when I zoom out. There we go. You guys can see more of my desk bullshit. Check it out. This is the, what was it called? This is done by Daka Store when they did their Totally Not Alpha Legion. Except for the turrets, which I just needed to find some Havoc missile launchers online, and I just like, oh, that looks fine. These are currently glued to, like, just blue tack to the side because I want to prime this and get that back first before I put the gun in. There's also, like, a little bit of jank for, like, the assembly just because I use, for some reason, like, because this required a lot of glue, I was like, I'll just use Elmer's and, like, put some weights on it and squeeze it. And it kind of expanded a little too much, but, like, it's not the end of the world. Deformed legs. I guess the worst case, too, if all the ones that fuck up just become basic material. Speaking of which, too, after I did... When I made all my Chaos Meatballs, I now have... I have so many just random orc bits now. I got all the backpacks, which I was like, oh, these would be fun for turnip. And then I got the heads, which... I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do with the heads. Like I said, there could be more basing material, I guess. I could do that. And let's also get this guy. Let's get your leather while we got the leather out. Do that. How you doing, Josh? Yeah, you got the power. How you doing? How you doing? This reminds me of it. Like, apparently, I forgot that there's more Highlander movies. For some reason, we only watched the first two. Maybe after Dragonheart, maybe I'll rectify that. We'll do like Highlander like 3, and apparently the anime Highlander fucks super hard. I keep hearing the anime Highlander fucks super hard. Oh, I'll show you. The thing is, the orc legs for what I was doing with my Chaos Spawn actually basically worked like Tetris pieces. How you doing, Burrito? How you doing? How you doing? A good Dreadnought. Don't people run a lot of the Bastilius Dreadnought? It's like, I feel like I see those pop up in like Goonhammer lists. Otherwise, I'm not like a big Space Marine guy, so I don't know a huge amount of like what the cool shit for them to run. Leather gloves real quick. Yeah, Madhouse is always pretty legit. I think it's called like Bastilius or something like that. I don't know. Big example. What happened to those legs? Okay, so this guy. So this is a Chaos Spawn I was making. And a lot of times, like, when I had just, like, an open gap, I just used a leg. It's like, because, like, the legs are just, like, the perfect, like, L shape that I can just kind of cram in there. For people who are not aware, I'm doing a video where I recycle a bunch of orcs that I'm never going to paint into Chaos Spawn with some extra funky time bits. This is just the initial build. I'm going to be doing Tamiya putty to fill in the gaps and also to, like, add, like, a flesh texture. But I'm pretty... Again, I just like the way these look. Like, for me, one of my favorite parts of kit bashes that, like, when people in general kit bash stuff, I really, really love it when they, I really love that in-between stage where, like, they use, like, different plastics and stuff like that. Like, when people would kit bash with, like, with the Underworld's kits, you'd get, like, a little bit, like, a green arm and stuff like that. I still will. Don't worry. It's still on the docket. I still got that going on. I just need to, I'm trying to get back into that rhythm. I do know you want it. It will happen. It will happen. It absolutely will happen. I mean, keep bugging me though. Like, legitimately keep bugging me for that because it makes me more likely to do it. Called the Dreadnought. Yeah, New Recruit's pretty good. Every now and then there's some weird quirks in New Recruit. Like in 3rd edition 40k, you can give your leader a chaos mark, and if you do that, infantry with that same mark are no longer taking up an elite slot. But for some reason, in New Recruit, they're like, hey, your leader can't have a chaos mark to Nurgle, even though they have the option to. And then when I click it, when I click that mark, it gives me the mark, but then it doesn't do any of the elite changing stuff. So it's like, well, that's surprisingly jank. Oh, you should have submission then. Fubuki, wait, did you mod in Fubuki's Daki? Or did the Zomboid people add that in as like a little Easter egg? I know there was like a Corona Easter egg in Doom for a while, but I think they had to, didn't they have to like take that down? Oh fuck, hold on, I just realized I painted, not the belt, I painted like under the belt, because at least the way it was like set up, this guy, I was like, okay, well that's fine, I could just, not the best, not the worst. Okay, oh wait, also too, the leg straps. Ah, Big Degen's Dakimakura mod. That's certainly a thing. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all, but that is certainly a thing. Yeah, she's got little straps on the boots that I gotta get as well. Bad. One of the hell factions. Yes, actually, arguably two out of three factions have the Wretched, which are basically like tortured slaves. If you like, the court uses them the best. In the court specifically, their thing is so because court magic is generated by mortals taking damage, and they are all demons, so they can't remove the damage from their own models. However, you got Wretched, which are models that specifically are cheap and are there for your yoke fiends to, like, you unironically buy them a torture implement. And not every court list needs that. Like, if you're doing, like, Wrath Court, you might just say fuck it and just reball because most of your stuff isn't passive. But, like, if you want to do a lot of spell casting, you'll have, like, a yoke fiend in the back. Just big whipping. Just big whipping your guys. So that way you can spin that to, so that way you can get blood tokens on something that's not a demon. It does quite a bit of work, actually. So yeah, that'd probably be your best. You can, but you can also run them in Heretic Legion. In Heretic Legion, though, they're fine. They're cheap and they don't do much. But when they die, you get a blessing marker, which is effectively like a marker you can spin to get a bonus die on something. Which is, like, you know, pretty good. I don't think I would ever buy one. I would never buy one in Heretic Legion, but you can find them sometimes. Like, I rolled an event on the campaign where it was like, hey, you find a Wretched. And I was like, cool. They also have a property that you can sell them for full value. That's also true. They also have a rule if they kill Elite, they get to go free because Hell, even though they're bastards, appreciates a good rebellion story. Here's the thing, though. I've seen so many people that are like, that's probably one of the most flavorful rules you'll see in, like, in the entire game. To the point where I've seen people like, hell, I want to run Wretched spam. And one, there's limits to that because Wretched are so cheap that they're like, you have to basically buy another unit per Wretched. Also, Wretched suck dick. Wretched suck massive dick. They have awful melee stats. They can't equip any armor. And the kind of weapons they can use are just like shitty clubs and whatnot. You have to give them a melee weapon just as like a tax. So I usually just give mine a knife because it's the cheapest. But you will, if you legitimately get an elite kill with a Wretched, that is a big moment because I've never seen it happen, and it might happen. Like, you know, it's not impossible. It's so ungodly unlikely that, like, you'll never see it in practical terms. Hey there, Meister Miller. I'm doing good. I did a bunch of recording for video stuff. And I'm currently now working on some Yeomen because I would like to eventually run these guys in Trench Crusade. And a cheese commercial. Okay. TLDR, if you want that, look into the court. They use Wretched, which will get you the most bang for your buck. Not your fault, though. It's YouTube was like, you're doing too good, buddy. You gotta get some ads now. You gotta get some ads. Yeah, that's also the thing too. It's like, yeah, just because like you get let loose doesn't mean you're gonna live like a good life. They also get like pumped with drugs before big fights. So I imagine freedom is just wandering into the wilderness to starve to death. Like that's probably what's more likely to happen. I think it'd be cool, like if you did. I would say if you ever did like have one that escaped, You could just do a really fun thing where it's like you take a very similar model and kit bash it into a war prophet and just make it like build a trench crusade, just build a trench pilgrim warband based around that. Like you were tortured forever in hell. You heard the voice of God that was like, all right, buddy, give me this assist. I'm going to help you out. And you like fucking just like kill a praetor and then you get the fuck out of there. And like you're hideously scarred and like you're too insane for normal society. But goddamn, does that makes you great pilgrim material. And all these other pilgrims are like, a sign from God. How you doing, Elkend? Howdy, I guess. Dial back on the role playing a bit. Turn the knob down a little bit. How you doing? So how you doing, Starlit Misfit? Welcome. How you doing? Of 20 points. Yeah. Would that be like enough for just like, I don't know, like some intercessors or something? I feel like there's got to be something that could fit. Like, 225 is a decent amount, right? Yeah, it's like a decent amount of unit. It's been a while since I looked at unit conversion stuff. Yeah, how you doing? Currently working on some Yeomen for Trench Crusade. I would like to run these guys at some point. Let's go. Hold on a sec. There we go. All right. Anyway. Still wait. Yeah, I mean, that's probably just like G-dub supply chain stuff. It's some models take a bit to get there. Oh, so you need a little bit something else too. What else you got going on? Oh yeah, no, yeah, Squid is every night. Like the tricky thing is like G-dubs will just take a while to get a model back in stock. Yeah. Oh shit, you also do Warhammer stuff. Nice. What do you do? I'm definitely a chaos lad for certain. But yeah, we're talking. I'm big into Trench Crusade as well. Trench Crusade and Turnip 28s, which is kind of like the games I really play the most. That would be fun to do. I think like maybe I might just do that because like I don't know. I like my Methodius, but I also might just want to get like another War Prophet if I wanted to run like a more traditional Trench Pilgrim, aka the ones where they're just like more like melee and you get like the Resurrecting Martyr Penitence. I love Methodius, but they play very atypical to regular Trench Pilgrims. How you doing, Nitrous? Welcome. How you doing? Want to watch any? Oh, there we go. Wait, which one do you watch on YouTube then? Our species is scattered wild out there, so it's every now and then I run into other people that do like mini stuff, which is nice. Archangel's Talon Jeans. Hey, let's go. Pretty solid picks. Yeah, I'm mostly a hideous chaos lad. Oh wait, he's the guy that does like the battle tactics. I think I've seen him on YouTube. Like I bookmarked one of his videos. I was like, I'm gonna watch this someday, and I just never got around to it. Yeah. I think I've seen he does a lot more like stuff about the game as far as videos go. Yeah, I'm definitely more on the painting hobby side of things for sure. Like I play war games. I really don't play proper 40K a whole lot. Though I will be doing 3rd edition. What's he doing, Judge Con? Welcome. I'm painting Yeomen so I can hang with all the cool new Antioch kids. They won't throw rocks at me when I bring everything but new Antioch. Yeah, God, I every now and then I just go through and purge a bunch of bookmarks and it feels great. I've gotten better at just bookmarking just infinite bullshit. Yeah, I'm doing Papal States. So these guys are going to be my Swiss Guard kind of guys. I got a lieutenant done that I haven't done like a proper video for yet. But they're coming along. Let's have this game. Hey, let's go. I think I oh, drop my brush. I basically those would probably work here. I don't got a good pic. Let's see. Do I got a picture of my wretched? Hey, let me double check if I got a picture of my wretched. they're not in my stills. I'm gonna say, yo, no, I got it, actually. How you doing, Sentai? Welcome. Every time it like super zooms in, I'm like, oh god. There we go. This is one of my old Hell Knights, and these are my 2 Wretched. The Hell Knight is a fine-looking model who was built for the wrong scale. I did not realize how big Hell Knights actually are, so I've since made bigger ones. But those Wretched are my Wretched. They're just, like, not having a good time. They're not having a good time. They're from the Bestiarum sets. Also, Star the Misfit, thank you for the follow. Welcome formally to the workshop. How you doing, 14? Welcome. How you doing? Captain Sakara's good? I have no idea. no idea. Yeah, he's fun. I think the thing is, because the model is still good, I might just try to rip him off of a base and just run him as like, I don't know, like another Anointed maybe. I could also maybe, if I dry brushed him gold, it would basically probably be like close enough for my Knights of Avarice. The styling would be a little different. I'm a big #1 ego nerd. Sure, I think. Listen, I generally go out of my way to avoid reading Ultramarine books. See, wait, the orange blob defiler? Found it. Orange blob thing? Oh fuck, that might be, that's probably my my lemon pig. Oh, my lemon pig. Yeah, I still have my lemon pig for this year in fucking shambles. I need to do something with that. Yeah, I can do it. Yeah, I think I got a still of that somewhere. I got a still of my lemon pig? I believe so. Yeah, there we go. Right, transform, fit the screen. There we go. This guy. So there's a tradition called lemon pigs, which is the idea is you make a little lemon into a creature and it's supposed to bring you good luck. I preserved mine in resin, and he's a little jank. But that's a whole ass lemon. He's still doing good. All my lemon pigs still have not gotten fucked up. What's how you doing, Ironcaster? Oh, fuck yeah, let's go. That sounds like a productive hobby day, yo. Sounds like a very, very productive hobby day. You know what? I could run it. I could run Lemon Pig. I might need to do that, actually. I forgot that Defilers are in 3rd edition. I need to retool my list now so I can bring Lemon Pig to war. I also have one for 2025. I can't show him on screen because it's really reflective. Like, he was gonna be on a tank base. I have not worked on the tank base in a hot minute, so the tank base is fine enough. Have you done art? Thank you, Blackfist, for the hydrate. I could use that. Ah, there we go. Yeah, you eat the Metachrist and don't survive. Oh, hell yeah, let's go. Fabula Ultima's on my list to someday get around to playing. I'm gonna be running Sword World character prep on Tuesday. Next week is gonna be a really weird week, everyone, as a heads up. I will not be available for movie night on Wednesday, and on Tuesday I won't be able to stream because I'm gonna be getting the players ready for Sword World stuff. That's my mimic moto. But when I'm drinking, I stretch. Just gotta let the stuff out. I think I still got. Hold on. I think I disabled it on accident right now, but that's fine. I can be Painter Elf for the rest of the days. A big dealio. Get up top. Is all hell, and then what do I do? I need to figure out what color I want the cuffs to be. I guess if I go ahead and start doing the blue. Oh yeah, because getting brown for the gun would be an easy fit because that's just going to be a universal color, and I basically have one wood color that I always use. There we go. Yeah, I do be wild like that. But yeah, Fabio Ultima always seemed really, really neat. It's just kind of one of those forever oh boy, I would like to run / play that someday. But in limited time and infinite games I want to play. The pain. The pain is real. There's also a couple I need to like tweak up the face to later. Hey, it's all good, American Cowboy. Have yourself a good night and take it easy, yo. Have a good old rest. Yeah, no, for some reason, I never, like, I would always make those, and it never crossed my mind that I'd actually be able to run it. The tricky thing is, how the fuck do I get the lemon pig to this? Oh, I can do that thing. Oh, God. So have you guys ever seen those things where, like, somebody will take, like, a Titan or a, like, brass scorpion, and they'll, like, put it in their car seat? Like, not car seat. They'll, like, put it in their car, and they'll, like, seatbelt it up. I could do that. Ooh, that sounds like fun, actually. How you doing, Yuitel? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How you doing? Stinky. I do be bathing today, especially because I did a bunch of yard work. Anytime I do yard work, I like immediately bathe just because like it's So, but when I was like cleaning my roadway, like I had to sit down so I could like scoop the extra gravel away. It was so hot that I was like my ass was burning through my pants. Like it was like that's how hot my driveway was. So it's like after I was like, yeah, no, I need a shower. What are you gonna do with the Joy Toy night? I don't know. See, I don't think about the Joy Toys a lot because I'm not really the target audience for those. Like I just don't need a 40K action figure because I could just do the actual models. Oh, but yeah, but yeah, I guess if you could put it like in your front seat, that would be fun. Just keep it there permanently as like a little treat. Like, no, I'm actively trying to consolidate my minis because like I just printed up like 24 of these fuckers for Turnip. They're not even close to being done yet, but like I already got to paint them. Luckily, I do think these guys are going to have an incredibly good easy paint job. It's going to be airbrush, like a purpley 6 skin tone, dry brush flesh tone, metals, and then like rust effects. I think if I just got to do that, that'll get me there. Then I could either run that Swill Colt, or I could just have access to an additional 2 units of black powder Turnip guys, which would be cool because then I could in theory do a 3 fodder black powder list, which I've never been able to do yet. I don't know exactly why I would do that. I don't have a really strong need for that, but you know, more options. How you doing, Sola? How you doing? Listen, hey, you can't even listen. You cannot be surprised when I paint on the schedule. I have a schedule that I show everywhere, so you know. Fodder do be good. Fodder do be good. Also, let's see. There we go. Sharks won't eat seals. Wonderful. Insuma seal is broken. I had to feel around for the pedals specifically. I had to do that. Yeah, you've definitely been holding on to that one, I can tell. The second Photon wave. Yeah, I kind of like, I definitely, Photon aren't for me. I just didn't enjoy painting them as much, but like, they definitely were like, they're cool, but they're incomplete. And now it's like, there we go. Now they got like big robot. I really like the guy who's doing the the cool pose. One page rules. Let me see. I guess you have any schemes that like you're not using? I kind of think like Illidan, like the what's it called? There's a 40K scheme that's like blue and yellow, which sounds garish as shit, and it is, but it looks really really good on like I think that scheme looks good on Eldar. I would not run that on like any other army, that color combo, but maybe I'm going to be real soul that. When I was looking, like this is, I printed this guy when it was really hard to get access to multi-part kits that had access to just like guns with hands. Like the actual Trench Crusade, I want to give like the actual Trench Crusade. Purple and Silver would also be good too. That'd also be a good scheme. The Trench Crusade, like what's it called? The Kit Bash kits are neat, but none of the weapons have like hands on them. So I found these guys on Maker's Cult, like this like hand set. And I was like, sure, that's good. Like, it's later somebody told me like that this was like a British flamethrower. And I was like, sure. I don't fucking know. I am playing a historical-ish war game, but I am not knowledgeable about anything to do with the time period. I know so little about anything when it comes to like military history and weapons and whatnot. Which is fine. I'm mostly here for like the gross demons and big rockets, so like that's okay. I'm okay with it. Yeah, the Westphalia ones are eventually other ones came out. Westphalias are pretty good. I've used them for some shit. Bestiarm eventually released a kit bash kit that was reasonably solid. I still find that the Trench Crusade kit bash kit's useful for some things, but that's more specifically like usually for like bits. Like if I want like a cool like Sultanate symbol, I'll go into that kit. But if I want a weapon, I'll probably look elsewhere. Oh, that's true. Okay, so they were the only one to use the circle. I like the circle though. I do like the circle. I do like the circle quite a bit. Yeah, I pretty much like I was like, yeah, I've always been like, does this look cool? Yes. I'll do it I'll do it that way. I'll do it that way. Go. I did. So I sold the Daka store Spanish Inquisition thingy models. I think I was too late for the Kickstarter, but they were also in that one period. I know they have a weird variant where, from what I saw, you basically split the difference between New Antioch and Trench Pilgrims, which is kind of neat. But I was like, I don't think I need this right now. So I sat out on it. I'm sure eventually I'll pick out like a couple models from there and be like, yo, this is what I want. Getting his couple coats of on his gun. The wood's gonna be dark because I usually like dry brush a like kind of like rotted color to there, I guess. I do not expect. Yeah, to be fair, I think there's a lot of like the tech is kind of all over the place in Trench Crusade. But yeah, no, that's also fine. I would not be surprised if like a lot of people, including myself, are just accidentally slipping in World War II bits. I think even some of the devs have kind of slipped into some World War II bits though. The bits are just too fun. A metal bit on there that just didn't catch. There we go. Yeah, it's. I think it's more like it's specifically like World War I is sort of like the basis, but things have sort of gotten so off the rails that you can kind of do whatever. Looking for historical accuracy in Trench Crusade is really, really silly. It broke down. Oh wait, when you broke it, like you just kind of moved it around, or like did something break and you just freed up the spot? Hopefully nothing broke. But I feel the freedom of like a thing I've been doing. Oh, you just move it around. Oh, that's good. That's good. I found like I finished 3D printing my magic card sorter. It's basically like a box with like a little hanging thing for my phone camera. I've been using ManaBox, and there's still a learning curve to it, and it's like not always perfect. But man, the little bits I've dedicated time to has been good for just like blasting away cards that kind of frees up some space now. Because like, oh yeah, I can just put stuff in there now. I can free up some desk stuff. You say that, Nitrous, and I agree with you, but there are some people that just get like deep in the trenches, if you will, of like getting into history fights about Trench Crusade accuracy, and it's very silly. Because there's people, like, there are people that like are big history nerds, and like, you know, they understand. Like, we say still that here, so that's like, oh cool, that's a World War II gun, and they're like, yeah, it's a World War II gun, and everyone's like, cool. But then there's people that would just begin to drop like a 300-page essay about how like, I don't know, not great stuff. What's how you doing, Callahan? Welcome. How you doing? By God, they will be trenching those Crusades. Go back and later in a couple bits. But otherwise, just. I don't want one, no. I do not doubt that you could conjure one up. I do not need one. You fucking nerd. Imagine, yeah. Well, I think part of it's because, like, there is a lot of aesthetics that come from Trench Crusade, like, you know, like the trenches and whatnot. But also, like, I find that it gives you an easier grasp of, like, the tone of everything. Because, like, you know, the feeling of World War I and World War II were, like, culturally very different. Where it's like we're at the point where everyone, like, World War II was like, you know, bad shit was going down, but there was a very different mood. And like World War II was like, we gotta stop Hitler. And then World War I was like, oh God, we're dying of mustard gas. Like, you know, it's you get a very different feeling by saying that like World War I is the basis. And like that mood will still persist. I mean, the trenches did exist in like World War II and other stuff, but like, you know, when you think trench warfare, World War I is sort of the big landing point. So that's why I'm like not super bothered about like also too like me using a World War II gun was not the dev's fault. I did that entirely on my own. That was an accident on my end. But yeah, it's like, I mean, very like, best way to say this, like, there's nothing wrong about caring about that certain thing. Like, I don't think that's entirely a wrong attitude, but there is sort of like going on a big tirade against, like, I think the devs got some people just kind of just getting real autism moto on them, and like autism parentheses negative as opposed to like fun autism, I guess. I don't know. You guys know what I mean when I say that. Just now. Yeah, I legitimately, it's I'm going to be real Callahan. You're gonna have to do it. You're gonna have to do. Sorry, not Callahan. Sorry, Misfit. Sorry, I misread the post. You're gonna have to do it on your own. It's a like, it's doing very well for a game of its size, but it's still like an indie war game. Like, and unless somebody is going to have to take the stand to like get the scene going, it doesn't necessarily have to be you. But if you will sometimes get a point with nerds where like everybody is like, well, yeah, well, I'll just wait for someone else to get it started, and then no one, like, you know, it's not that thing where it's like, sometimes somebody, like a car crash will happen and no one will call 911 because everyone's like, I'm sure someone else is going to do it. And then no one does. It's you kind of got to do something like that for like smaller war games. So I don't know. If you just want to chill and like, that's fine. But I would also recommend that, like, if you want to play the game, you gotta, like, I would say start setting some stuff up. Yeah, bystander effect, yeah. Not efficient paperwork. It's fine. Oh yeah, okay. That's that. Yeah, I'm glad I don't gotta do stuff like that. Yeah. No, that's totally fine, Ironcaster. I would much rather like the idea someone's like, well, I don't like this, but good for you, than like trying to change stuff. And like, you know, both those are very good. I would like to try Stargrave, actually. I would genuinely like to try Stargrave. I do have the book. I have the book, and like this, like there's like an expansion that basically introduces like a zombie and like an alien scenario. I do remember that. I think the Russian zombies scurrying back to their trenches. I don't know. those are examples I'm not super familiar with. But there we go. You cans on tank treads and the French learned the hard way. Oh yeah, no. I do like at the very beginning of every war, it's always like, well, we'll just do what we did last time. Oh god. Like, I'm like I think it was either in the World War I or World War II, where there was, I think it was in the start of World War II, where people were like, I bet cavalry will still be fine. And it was, cavalry was not fine. I still don't know exactly who's up these leg two. How's it doing? How you doing, Gyro? I technically have every faction for Trench Crusade at this point. I'm primarily a Methodius Pilgrim, Black Grail, and Court. Those are my main three. Otherwise, I just kind of pick and choose from the different models as well. Blue. Oh wait, where's the guy with the pink legs? Go. Need to repaint the blue, and I need to double check to see if the yellow like really took on there. This Uma's in the trenches. Just do it real quick. All right, I'm gonna do the golden yellow. There we go. Oh, it's World War One. Ah, gotcha. Well, thank you. If you'd like to check out, I have like a decent amount in my backlog of me putting together my Grail stuff. But also, if you just want to just like if you have not seen all my Grail nonsense, I do have all my minis on Instagram. That's the quickest way to see the stuff I painted. But yeah, basically I really like Trench Crusade, so I just kind of like more or less have everything for everything. Yeah, I saw the garrison, but mixed. Oh. Oh. Holy shit. That's brutal, but also metal as all hell. Okay. I did not know that. That sounds fucking bananas. Oh, okay. I do know that chlorine gas is bad. I know chlorine gas is real fucking bad news. Okay, yeah, because like you do basically just like melt with chlorine gas, if I remember right. Yeah. There we go. I was a little curious of like how the yellow was gonna turn out. Probably still need like another layer of it, but hey, there we go. For context, people come in, and these guys are gonna be Swiss Guard for the People States. So I'm doing that technique where you do a layer of pink, and then you basically finish it up with the layer of yellow, and you get like a pretty good yellow. It's a weird way to do it. Also, Numi Fizurumi? Huh. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. Just want to make sure I get your name right. How you doing? How you doing, Numi? Yeah, it do be popping. Definitely gonna like probably goof up a little bit of this. Yeah, I mean, I would also be running, you know. Is there a Sabaton? Okay, so I did not know there was also a Sabaton song based on that as well. Attack of the Dead Men is a very, very apt name for that. See, there are like little moments I'm like, man, I should really look more into history, because there's just like little bits and stuff like that sounds fucking rad. Meanwhile, I just dedicate all my time to gluing little plastic turds together. Which, mind you, is the hobby to learn more about history if I decide to do, like, proper World War I or World War II gaming. Like, will I end up someday with a bolt-action army? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Every time I look at a bolt-action army or whatever, I'm always like, I want something niche. I want to play I don't want to play like Americans or Germans. I want to pick like a slightly more niche country. It's a weird bullshit country. Like I don't want like I don't know. I think at one point I was thinking like Canadians or like maybe like Australians or something. I feel from what I understand there's like a lot of cool Canadian stuff in the war. Saw me drawn pregnant? If somebody did draw me pregnant, they didn't tag me in it, so interesting. I'm learning. How you doing, Lego Man? I guess I could do Italians. How do you do, Agrippa? Welcome. How you doing? Oh god, yeah, non-metallic metals is quite a bit. Oh, partisans sound really fun actually though. Do like there's also like the so I know a little bit about some stuff. Was it like the Norwegians who were like skiing their way into like there was like a heavy water plant that the Germans were using for like nuclear stuff, and like a bunch of them basically were doing like crazy like infiltration skiing and like climbing up shit. That could be fun actually. That could be neat. There we go, yeah. Oh yeah, so yeah, actually I really do. Okay, a resistance force sounds really cool. I would love to if I ever decide to sit down and do a World War II army for various World War II games. I think going resistance, because then I can also find like a bunch of cool like 3D prints for like civilian bits and just like really make like a really funky ragtag guerrilla force. I guess that's not exactly what people are looking for World War II games, but that sounds super rad to me anyway. No. Can't do conversions. Oh, is it really specific? Okay. I know that every like World War I and World War II game has like a bunch of like I know there's some good ones, but there's also like some that have like really specific caveats and whatnot. About a mother and daughter accomplishing that heavy water. Huh. That's a shame, because it's not like there's like a whole cool team or whatever behind that. It feels weird. It feels kind of weird to bring it down to 2 people. Huh. Okay. I've looked at Conflict 47 a little bit. As like my, at least for me, like the like Conflict seems neat. The models are ungodly expensive. What the fuck is that? Oh, Steve, if you have a link for that, could you post that? I would like to take a look at that. Like, I feel like I've looked at some like German Batman or whatever, and it's like, oh god, why are these like $60 for 3? Like, this is like Games Workshop Now prices. Or like, I'm gonna be honest. The sculpts are fine. They're fine sculpts. They are not like $60 fine. No. If they were like 40, I'd be like, okay, you know what? I can see it. Yeah, maybe those are like boutique. I don't know. I don't know if those are boutique prices or not, but maybe. Ah, there we go. Oh, you did mention that before. Okay, I did forget that. Yeah, I did totally forget that. That was my B. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. But yeah, so I don't know. I also do think that like I don't know. Trench Crusade already hits my like weird war kind of mood, I guess. So like if I would do anything, it'd probably be more like traditional historical. So if I don't know, if I ever run down to the shop near me, there's like I said, there's like one shop that does a lot of historical stuff, and I played Saga there and had fun. I just finished my Saga. I have so many just fucking just like Saxons, and they're boring as shit to build. The models look neat, but dear God, building like 28 Saxons in a row is a lot. How you doing, Dr. Anime? Getting a little bit of leakage. Also see the ads are on. I think I have to touch bot action. There we go. Over there as well. All right, there we go. Welcome. Ah. You've been to Warhammer World of War, they look at you like you shit. Oh, I guess I can kind of see that. There's probably that, like, I don't know, like, antagonism between the two. Okay, so yeah, definitely need to touch this guy up a bit, but that also made it, I can see. That was I think I was using, like, midnight blue. It's like night blue for that. So I was mixing red to get there. I think it's still going to be mostly blue, because I don't think I got, like, a proper... I was starting to do the Heretic Naval Raiders, but I just kind of stopped, I guess? I don't know. I think that's another one of those things that, like, somebody was like, I might want to do the Naval Raiders, and I just didn't want to take that from them. And also, because, like, you know, like, if it's, like, my main faction stuff, if somebody is ever going to be like, I want to play Methodius Pilgrims, I'd still let them, but I wouldn't be like, well, I guess they're the Methodius Pilgrims guy. I would be like, okay, I'm going to still build mine. You can build yours too. But I think for them, somebody else, like, nearby mentioned that they wanted to do them. I was like, well, okay, that's cool. I just built like a couple of guys with SMGs anyway. So no real loss on my end. Yeah. I guess I could use speed paints for my lads. Not a bad idea. Sometimes I legitimately forget that like speed paints exist. I just rarely use them, but they probably would be good for something like that. For me, I gotta get a bunch of a bunch of just chainmail, like, trim. Like, all my Saxons have, like, chainmail trim. And it's annoying. It's annoying as hell. It's not like chaos trim bad, but it's like when you got, like, a bunch of them. I think I got 24 altogether I need to do. And, like, the trim is, like, at the bottom of the sleeves for all of them. So we got some blue... Blue wasn't too bad. The other option I was thinking about was maybe doing yellow. I guess I could do that. I could do blue cuffs for this guy, blue cuffs for one of the flamethrower guys, and then yellow cuffs for the other two. So that way I could be like, okay, so like blue cuffs goes over there and attacks, and then yellow cuffs. Well, actually, that's a good idea. Do that. Okay, there we go. I got ideas. I got ideas percolating. Fuck up though. I would say once again they're in that state that like if I did take them to the shop, I wouldn't feel bad. I'd be like, okay, these guys are, you know, competent enough. Though there's a lot more I can't really spruce them up. Yeah, I will fully admit whenever they're like, God, I can't believe these people out there really wanting that scale creep. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's me. I'm the guy that enjoys big scaled minis. I love having the big 32mm fucks. They're so good. They're so good. Like I like the Lord of the Rings minis, but because they're sort of that actual true 28mm scale and not like the inflated G-Dubs hero scale, everyone looks itty bitty between the rest of my miniature collection, and other games I play kind of like lean more into that scale as well. That's a bit too much. That's a bit too... 54mm is too big. Uh, I would play Inquisitor. I would play Inquisitor for that big of a scale. I would absolutely play Inquisitor for that. But nothing else. Nothing else. Mostly just because I have a copy of Inquisitor. So I think it'd be fun to do. It'd just be fun just to, like, you know, actually get to use it. But other than Inquisitor, God no, that's too big. Like I said, I like everything in my entire collection to be the same scale because I'm really big on moving minis back and forth between different games. It's why I haven't gotten super into Conquest, because Conquest uses a bigger proprietary scale, and that works with some monsters, but that also means like anyone who's like a human faction is stupid huge. I also did love in the Inquisitor book, they'd be like, all right, you want to build an Arcoflagellant, right? Use these orc limbs. And it's like, well, yeah, if you're using like a war boss's limbs, they just kind of like become metallic. They just become just like little robo limbs. It's very funny. Just because of that scale lets you use, like, you also basically have to rebuild your entire terrain for Inquisitor, which is a little tricky. Like, you could definitely reuse some stuff, but like, you know, when you're running the big fucks, like, I know that there's like a rule set variant that just uses 28mm models. I'd probably still rather do that. Yeah, I think the tricky thing is, though, it's like with the, like, we're in an era where if you wanted Inquisitor scale minis, you could. But I just don't think the audience is there. I think like your typical person that makes an STL would still rather do one for the proper, like, kind of like more common scale now. Oh yeah, bolt action, yeah, that one, I know Flames of War was big for a while, but I think it's basically dead. I know, yeah. It's like a couple of, I know also too, like there's like Chain of Command. I know once you get into the historical wargaming scene though, you get fucking spoiled for like games that I've heard nothing but like really good things about mechanically. Like I understand that apparently the real sauce on wargaming in a lot of aspects is apparently in the historical scene, which some, like, I don't know. That could also just be like, you know, just like nerds just being like, yeah, no, my thing, based and soulful and it's skill intensive. Your thing, shit. So I don't know. I did enjoy Saga a lot. Saga was really good. Saga was really good. It's both. So Inquisitor was sort of like a, I forget if Inquisitor came out before or after Mordheim, but it's basically the similar idea. It's like you're playing a small warband. It's got like RPG mechanics to it. I forget if you have to have a GM for it or not, but yeah, it's very much like a RPG skirmish. Like saying Inquisitor was like 40k Mordheim, which I know also Necromunda exists too, but like it's a good enough comparison point, I think, just to get the base ideas across. Okay, it came out after Mordheim. Okay, but yeah, it's neat. It's neat. Yeah, Saga's a lot of fun. I also want to try, I like the idea of Pillage a lot. Pillage seems really fun. Pillage is sort of like a similar kind of like Dark Ages game where the idea is that you're basically there to steal all your opponent's sheep. Like, one of you plays the defender, the other basically plays raiders, and you're trying to like bust up churches and like stables and whatnot, while the other guy tries to like stop your shit. And that sounds fun. And apparently it's like a really popular game in France that just recently got a translation, and I think Vicatrix is trying to put together starter boxes for it. It seems neat. It does seem neat. Also medieval Russians, yeah. Yeah, Necromunda seems cool. It's Necromunda in my circles occupies that same space as Mordheim or Frostgrave, where everybody's like, I'd like to do Necromunda, and be like, yeah, I would like to play some Eschers. Yeah, I'd like to play House Deloc. And then we just kind of continue to play the games we're playing. That's not a criticism, though. Like, you know, there's only so much mental space you can dedicate to games. But yeah, Necromunda, I would like to try, because it's the guy who's interested in Deloc. That's me. I like those bald fucks doing creepy, psiotic shit. I like them making servitors out of squid brains. That's great. I love that shit. Psychic squid brains. I think those are alien servitors. I forget exactly the floaty things. I would need to check that off stream just because it's hard. It's harder for me to check things midstream. So probably remind me later to look into it. Undead Army. Oh, yeah, let's go. Oh, you're doing the Saga Fantasy stuff. I know at my area that people are like, yeah, Saga Fantasy's pretty good. We like it, but most of the regulars don't play it. I think it's in that thing where everybody's like, this is like Saga Fantasy is their like this is like a little treat game that they play every now and then and not like full stuff. Oh, get them little sleeves. And I guess since I've confirmed that like at the very least the yellow will definitely need like another one. It is. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you want some tanks, those are probably decent options for those. I would assume so anyway. Oh, that does sound like fun. That does sound like fun. I don't know. I'm very satisfied with my wargaming at the moment. So it's like I said, it's not like this is like a bad thing. It's I just if I had infinite time, I would play infinite games. Alas, I do not. I think the only way that I could make infinite games if just like, I don't know, in the future, if I just keep working hard, someday I might be able just to get away with just entirely making painting bullshit as my lifestyle, and then I could just play games at the store. Or no, the thing is, I would jokingly do that, and then I would just never get to play as many games as I'd like, unless I was like filming them or something like that. The eternal double-edged sword of trying to make a. I think paint getting all dry and gunky. A little bit. Gotta get the edges of that like magic mix or whatever. To be fair, it only just needs to be like stupid. Go touch up that blue later too. It's fine. Yeah, the day after I win the lottery. Yeah, I say that, but I rarely like. I actually don't remember the last time I entered the lottery. I grew up with relatives that were like real big lottery people, and then as an adult, I never did it. Like I can see why, because they're like not even like the statistical odds. Having like putting money into the lottery does kind of give you that like you basically pay for a dream. You basically get the dream that kind of like what if, like, well, what if I win? And then like, oh, it's like it's basically like you're basically kind of like renting a like fantasy, I guess. Because the other options are like less economical, where it's like okay, what other ways to get like ludicrously wealthy at the drop of a hat? Having a business get big and blow up, like that's cool, but like not everyone's doing that kind of thing. The very unlikely, like, oh, you're actually like your great grandmother was actually royalty and she died and you just never knew her. Here's a fat chunk of change. How you doing, Christian? Welcome. I'm doing some Yeoman. I'm layering the layer of pink so I can layer it with yellow, so it gets a bit brighter. Fuck about money. Yeah, exactly. If other people did that, if other people won the lottery for me, that'd be great. What cult's your term? Oh god. The tricky thing is I basically sort of pick what cult I'm running in advance. Currently, I think my favorite is the rocket one. I have been super digging the rocket one lately. Rocket one, Leech Lovers, Brotherhood of Greed, Aunt's Ascendant. Those are the ones I enjoy. But yeah, that's the thing I like about Turnip is that like just getting like a couple of units lets me be really, really flexible with cults. So I just like if someday I'm like, I feel like playing this cult, I can just do that. It's very nice. Give me ideas for Steel Legion. Let's go. Yeah, if the business go too fast, yeah. To be fair, I feel like once again I think the V Shoujo situation specifically because the management was shitty. Like could it have eventually collapsed if they did things competently? Maybe, but like they definitely fucked up and there was definitely a lot of unenforced errors, I guess. Yeah, if only, yo. Only. On the side that I did not want. And annoying. There we go. It's all good, Foober. Have yourself a good night and take it easy, yo. Oh, let's go. Yeah. Guys, it turns out embezzling money is not good for long-term financial gain. What's up with that? Weird. So I'm basically doing Papal States. So these guys are going to be like my Swiss Guard equivalent. I keep forgetting that in my rotator I have a tutorial that extends. So every now and then I'll just see my own face pop up. It's one of those things I'm like in the moment. I need to remove that, and then I foreboard. But yeah, I'm generally going just for Papal States, just because like I have a bunch of I was part of the original Kickstarter. So I have like the communicant and the like the Witchburner General and whatnot, Ammo Monk. I have all those guys like painted and ready, but like until recently we weren't doing a lot of campaigns, so I was like, well, okay, I'll get a sub faction that lets me do that. I do want to do more of the I do really want to do more of the new pagan guys from Westphalia, because I could run them as new Antioch or their own faction, which is I do like. Once again, my brain loves double dipping. My brain loves oh, you want to do like Beastman kind of thing? You could do that now, like with the ghosts. Okay, trench ghosts are cool. I was just thinking, like, yeah, you could actually totally run a bunch of goats and in court. You give them the restraining muzzle so they can shoot and like not berserk everywhere. God, yeah, no, I feel bad because like it's like Barry, Pia, and Phoebe are all people I knew. And I was like, oh shit, they've been trying to get into VShojo. Or no, it's worse than that. They got into VShojo. VShojo just jerked them around for like months, and then VShojo imploded. At the very least, it does seem like at least Pia, Barry, and there's like one other girl that I just don't know. I remember for a while people were like, haha, VShojo is only like nepotism. And it does seem like since she was like and I don't mean this bad, but kind of like the smaller VTuber. Like the smaller VTuber that was going to be given her like big Cinderella moment. Like that, like they were actually going to be like true to their word. And it was like, man, I'm building spaceships. I really do a lot of spaceship stuff. How you doing, Sir Sebastian? Welcome. How you doing? I thought they were good. I thought that was going to be a sub faction, but they were like, nah, it's going to be like. It seems like it's just going to be like a campaign bonus, which is cool. Like your campaign patron, which are cool, but it's like want a bit more. If it's like a private thing, you don't. I don't know much about them. If it's like a sensitive thing, don't feel like you gotta go too far. But if there's like kind of like generally well-known info, feel free. Yeah, so I'm basically still at this point just waiting for whatever the Great Hunger is. Oh, they were Corpo. Okay, never mind then. Okay, so maybe not. Okay, that's all I needed to know. Fuck. I swear I saw someone say that they were like smaller, but I guess not. Well, alright then. Alright. Oh, it's like oh, okay. So they were still Corp, but like smaller. Okay. Okay, that's good to know. I did see her, Barry, and Pia do like a collab thing. I know that they're searching for a name, and somebody joked about like them having Italian colors, and I forget who threw out the name Vitalians, but I would love if that was like the one that was gonna stick. I do think it would be cool if they kind of like, you know, like VShojo fucked them over. Like if they can just use any amount of this to springboard off of that, just to recoup some like. Some like get rid of some of this, like get some positive out of all this bullshit. I fully approve on that. The Vitalians, yeah. The joke is like a lot of VTuber corps are uncreative fucks. No, it's just because there's like a fun branding thing where you just put V instead of like another letter. So like VShojo is like, you know, not like, you know, virtual shoujo, but like the Vitalian instead of Italian would have been a fun unit name. But yeah, it sounds like they're going for like a Monster Girl thing instead, which is also good. Boy, this boy's got some missing cheek paint. Team point. I can see it. It's because I think it's probably because of the helmets. I'm definitely rocking like the cone ones. No, after there was there was a what happened? So I forget when this happened, but there was a bunch of people that were like, yeah, we're going to make a VTuber group, but we're going to make a based racist one. And because, you know, some people just need attention. And like, I distinctly remember one of them was dressed up very, like, basically imagine Miku if she was a certain Austrian painter. And it was really funny because I remember people were giving her shit because she was like racist in like in a timid way. Like she was trying to be like, yeah, racism, and everyone's like, what the fuck are you doing? Your heart's not in this, which is a weird thing to say. But it's like they didn't even get the supposed audience that they were looking for. Yeah, legitimately like not racist enough, because like the thing is, there is a grift there that like if you don't care about like your prospects or like sponsorships or networked, there are people that will give you money for being a piece of shit. There will absolutely be people who give you a thing. I don't believe that they were actually from 4chan, but I think they wanted to go to the people that kind of get into that shit. I'll be honest. I've been honest for years. TG was my home for like many a decade. So not all of 4chan is like bad, but the people who are like, yes, Poll is my website, my main website. Yeah, they basically they tried, and I don't know if they're still active or not. But I remember seeing that apparently the one that was trying to go like full into it was just like not committed to the bit. Cause I think it's like, it's a thing that like, unless you're like actually like feeling those feelings, it's hard to fake. It's a hard thing to fake because it's like, you know, you're saying heinous shit. Yeah, exactly. So like some people legitimately will be like, I'm gonna be a piece of shit, and then people will be like, I'll give you $5 for that. It doesn't work out in the end though, because like that's not a steady source of income. And I think in general, if you try to play to like an ideological extreme, you're going to get hit with like the best way I could, like, it's gonna sound weird, but like there is gonna be like a like purity bar you have to hit. And like, if you fail to hit that, your audience is going to get on your shit. So like, if the fact that they weren't committing, which not that I want them to commit, I'm just saying that like, the fact that they made an attempt and then kind of like couldn't commit to it already just kind of would put them off the people who would give them money. Yeah, probably. What's Reed? How you doing? I don't know how to pronounce your name because my Korean is nothing, but how's it going? Welcome. How you doing? Yeah, if you have no shame or ego, you can basically do whatever, but like you do teeter on the knife's edge at all times. I got neither of these guys with straps. What the fuck? Yeah, but as far as I don't know how far they got though. I haven't heard much about them in a while. I have to imagine everything imploded because yeah, that tracks. The like commissioned art for France that was made? I don't think so. Or Trench Crusade. Oh no, okay. I'm very behind. What's the last Trench Crusade thing? I think I missed like one or two pieces of like the new lore. The tricky thing is a lot of times like Trench Crusade stuff is like relayed by Discord ping, and sometimes I just like miss those, or like I'll accidentally be like, well, I'm out and about. I can't take a Discord ping right now, so I'll just mute it and I'll forget to check it up. Yeah, it's sad that that's a way to make money. But like it's nice knowing that eventually those people do just they do eventually implode, and you can just kind of go about your day after that. Yeah, exactly, Lon. Exactly. The thing is like it's a bad grift. It is a bad grift because the short-term games might be good, but like, you know, it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable grift for sure. Oh, are they doing like a Jonah? Oh, that's cool then. Cause like the thing is actually I actually really wanted to tie my Dirge Grail into like kind of like Jonah Arc and stuff. That's really cool. So what's it called? So my idea that I'm doing for my Grail, like, so in the context of the Dirge Grail, it's like whenever a strain of like the hegemons die, they're kind of like disease strain weakens and Beelzebub shuts them down. I'm going with the idea that like there was a kind of like what if like if she would have survived, she would have became a saint. I'm just going like Lady Marguerite's name I'm going for. I might change it later, but that's what I'm going for. She was fighting sort of that big battle against one of the hegemons, which I think Joan of Arc was involved in. And in the process, like, she had like a bunch of like kind of followers and stuff too. In the process, she fought bravely, got cut exactly once, like an itty bitty little cut, and then died of infection because, you know, Grail bullshit. And there was going to be a big bonfire. There's going to be a big bonfire where like sort of all the people were going to get burnt, like to, you know, because they were diseased. And the her followers were like, no, she was too good for this world. Like we can't desecrate her like this. So they just they disguised someone else as her, burnt them in her place, and then snuck her back to her sort of like family plot so she could be buried in peace. And the infection seeped past that, and then eventually at some point her coffin with her like weird mutilated like mutated kind of like effectively mobile cancer just got up and started walking around, and just kind of like the rest of her kind of followers now follow her in death because they sort of committed because like they were infected by the Grail, but also because they committed a sin. Like they knew what they should have done and they didn't do it, and they're paying the price. Mobile suit cancer, build fighters. Exactly. Oh, Mercy. Hey, let's go. Yeah, also fair point, Soldat. Fair point. Avignon, who was like, oh yeah, I do love that every time Avignon's brought up, people around them, like, they're just roaming bands of people with like like big flamethrowers that have to do that. They have to like burn things coming out of Avignon because it's just so fucked up. Yeah, there's been 2 hegemons. There was the one Joan of Arc fought, and I believe in that time, like, I think she died in this timeline fighting that. And there's another one that was fought by a paladin, which are like sort of like effectively like the church's like best super soldiers. There's a limited amount of them, and they do like deep missions in hell. But they're also like basically irreplaceable. Okay, did she disappear? Okay then. But yeah, okay. She that's good. But yeah, she did fight one. She did win. Yeah, basically it's like whenever, I remember, it's like whenever enough of a disease kind of holds sway over an area, you start building the hegemon, and if it gets built, shit's fucked. Like I think one of the hegemons was the Black Death, straight up, like the plague. Yeah, this guy's, oh, I gotta get his pants again. Fuck. Did she die? I don't, it's been a while since I read that lore, so it could, both of them could be right. I'll get some laundry. That's fair. It's getting late in the night too, so if you want to paint your elves tomorrow, do it. It sounds like you already had a very productive hobby day as well. So Nitrous, have yourself a good night and take it easy, yo. I see it. I like fucking up the... Not like... What the fuck is that angle going there? Maybe? I mean, like, Grail Hegemon Joan of Arc would fuck pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie, that would be pretty sweet. I'm just gonna do that thing where I'm just gonna like roughly smoosh a color in there, and I'll fix it later. Episode 2 of Stargate. Oh, let's go. I haven't watched Stargate in a hot fucking minute. Stargate was one of those shows that I remember seeing growing up, but I never got to see it consistently enough, like, that had any... What? I think it would actually... I think Stargate the movie, like the movie the series is based on, would actually be a good movie for movie night. I think that'd be legitimately like a fun movie. I don't know how many Stargate movies there are, but it'd definitely just be the one. I definitely just want to do one, but... Yeah, we're talking about Trench Crusade Joan of Arc. I guess it's... Trench Crusade's historical enough, where, like, you know, like, certain names will be brought up, but they're always in kind of, like, very fantastical circumstances. So, yes, John/Joan Trench Crusade, indeed. And I think that was just mostly because if you're like, okay, Joan of Arc fighting the physicalized embodiment of a plague, it's pretty cool. Like, once again, a lot of Trench Crusade, I like it. a lot of it is just going by, that sounds fucking metal, bro. Like that is a lot of the ethos behind the setting, and I like it for that because I can translate that into minis that I enjoy very greatly. Guy Fawkes might be, I don't remember when his era was, but he could be sliding into Trench Crusade, or you could just make your own one for that. Yeah, I also want to show you guys what Hegemons look like because they look really cool. Let me just get like the pink on his legs real quick. Let me get the pink on his legs. There we go, delicious bubblegum. Layers of pink and then a layer or two of yellow, and that'll get me in the good zone. And then the blue, I definitely need to touch up the blue later, but like that's fine. I'm gonna do, because like the blue is not supposed to be that dark. I did like a layer of like the night blue, and I just didn't get super far with it. There we go. All right, there we go. Yes. So Westphalia is doing pagans here. I'm gonna look at that, and they're compatible with new Antioch rules, but they're gonna have their own shit soon. And they're like, Westphalia is close enough with the Trench Crusade people that's like semi-official. Like, I mean, if somebody's like, you can only use like core book campaign stuff, Final Destination. No. Let's see. But that's why you would just run them as new Antioch in that case. Let's see. Oh, let me grab. It's not a good. Unfortunately, all the Hegemon... Oh, there we go. This one's like slightly bigger. It sucks. A lot of Trench Crusade pictures are not like great scale. There we go. So yeah, this is what a Hegemon looks like. Yeah, I think like Skinner Barkley stuff. Yeah. So this is a Hegemon. I wish there was a living person for scale, but like you see those like little, those are gravestones. Those are like scaled gravestones. I also love this. I love this design enough that I wish there was a smaller version that I could just run as a Plague Knight, because it's really good. Really good design. There we go. Listen to radio. Yeah, it's really cool. I really like them. I'm also excited for Vampires for Christ, yeah. I just like the idea of just Catholic vampires is really, really fun. The Catholic vampires are just a fun combo. But he ate the most, all the stuff. Plague at a ton. The sleeves are relatively pink enough. I need to go back to like the parts that were blue already though. So I think I need that. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for all the new factions and stuff. I'm excited for everything. Trench Crusade, cool. I know right now the biggest new thing that's going to be coming, I believe, is going to be what's it called? The Carcass Front campaign. When the fuck that drops? I don't know when that drops. I decided to pick a scheme that is the most annoying thing ever to paint on infantry. Why did I do this to myself? Why did I do this to myself? I remember the funny thing is I remember somebody like this is not like one of the devs, but I remember seeing somewhere online where someone's like really hoping the idea that there's like they still have the vampire weakness to crosses, but like they're just badass enough that they're gonna like still fucking like pray to the cross and get set on fire, but they don't care because they just love God and Jesus that much. Which would be sick as shit, because there is also like one line in the lore where it's like the heretics tried to invade Transylvania and like fucking good old Vlad just fucking impaled them. They got brutalized, which is fun. I really like the idea of like they're a good guy, but they're brutal as shit. It's fun. I enjoy that. Like I like the fucked up good guys, which is why I like Church. Like, you don't get that. I mean, Warhammer's got that to a certain degree, but like it's always more like something talked about in the fringes, or like the art of like sometimes they're like, oh yeah, when the Space Marine takes off his helmet, he's like chunky ground beef, but like you'll never really see that expressed on the minis unless someone goes out of their way to do that. were forgiven for their sins. I mean, that's probably what's going to be happening, but I also would like the idea that they still got the vampire cross weakness. That would be great. Yeah, everything I hear about the like I've heard really mixed to bad things about the vampire Castlevania. Dear God, everything I've heard about the Netflix fucking what's it called? Devil May Cry. Like, I understand getting something and trying to put your own artistic spin on it. I don't know if Devil May Cry was the right franchise for your Bush era like imperialism story. That feels like a weird spot to put that in. It feels like a very strange spot to like do that. Like, I think I saw a video that was actually from the show. I might be wrong. Did they actually play American Idiot in the show where like America bombs demons in hell? Because I don't know what the reaction I'm supposed to take away from that is other than just like incredible laughter. Like, I understand that the Iraq war was bad. I get that. You can't expect me not to laugh when you do that though. Okay, so I saw the clip and I figured the clip was accurate, but I just wasn't 100% sure if American Idiot was actually getting played for that or not. I mean, the thing is, like, Alucard would be a good fit. Honestly, like, you could take a lot of Helsing stuff and also put that into Trench Crusade as well. You could basically slot, like, most of the Helsing characters in Trench Crusade and it would fuck super hard. Pagans, Turks, and his father. Oh god. Wouldn't that be rad though if in Trench Crusade they managed to make his father like a heretic? That'd be excellent. Because you could then sort of combine Sword of One with 3. Which would be neat. I've watched all of Helsing Ultimate and stuff. I need to go back. I need to go back and rewatch it. It's been a bit. I'm due for a rewatch. The bad guys. No, come on. Come on now. Well, actually, X Army is actually like a bad guy thing. For Trench Crusade is really silly. I'm fully on board that the Imperium is a shithole and that's by design, but like, dear God, like in Trench Crusade, the good guys are well-intentioned people doing extreme measures to deal with overwhelming foes. And then in 40K, it's like a horrible dying empire, like trying its best not to collapse in on itself, while abducting children and making them into super soldiers because that sells models. Yeah. So I think the Church and Trench Crusade every now and then is like, well, fuck, I don't like you a lot, but god damn, do you kill heretics good. We'll let you slide for now. Which I think is a fun way to go about it. Yeah. Hey, let's go. Oh yeah. The thing is, like, I feel like at least whenever it comes to like that discourse, which is just, you know, nerds slap fights, I feel like they always wrap in they always sort of wrap in Trench Pilgrims with New Antioch, which is a strange choice. Like, I understand the communicants are very morally dubious to the point that even people in setting are like, I don't think that's a good idea, and that's kind of the point. Like, that's kind of the point that it's like, a lot of people in Trench Crusade that are Christian are like, I don't think you should do that. I don't think you guys should do that. That's bad. Everything about this is horrible, but it's like, well, when your opponent is Skinflenser, the praetor of the court, that will, spoilers, cleanse your skin. Like, I don't know. But they're also like basically rebuilding the Tower of Babel, but as like a communications radar thing. So they're getting a little fun. Oh yeah, no, yeah, like there is that level of spite too, where it's like, you know, and also there are like country, because you do at the end of the day, it is a war game, and you do need a reason for, like, you know, like my buddy plays Imperial Guard and I play Ultramarines. This would not make sense for us to be fighting, but then there'll be like like, you know, in-lore justifications for that. Like, Trench Crusade's got the same thing with like different countries and like, you know, like religious camera froze. Fix that. How you doing, Billy? How you doing? Let me fix that. There we go. There we go. All right, we back. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, just get some stuff and it's fine. Oh yeah, I'm very much of the agreement that like the Imperium is bad for humanity. It's way better than the alternatives for other things. It's still not great though. There's a lot of things the Imperium done just because they're assholes. Like there's a lot of shit that goes on in there. There's a lot of shit that goes on in the Imperium that you do not need to do. You absolutely do not need to do half the shit the Imperium does. Mostly out of like spite or just like because the system's fallen off the rails. Yeah, countries, I think, like, as much as I am like, I don't like the idea of every country in New Antioch being effectively like a separate sub-faction. I much would have rather say like these are like make like a funky name for like a melee one, a armor one, like a range one, and just say like as example, these countries would typically run that. I would definitely do that. And then yeah, you do also get like the no man's land stuff too, where it's like shit do be rough. But unfortunately the country genie is out of the bag, which is like, this is why I'm not choosing a country. I'm doing papal state. I mean, I know it's the Vatican. I know the Vatican is Rome, which is a country, but you know, I feel like the papal states is less country than say like, I don't know, like running Prussia, I guess. Yeah, you get the conflicting orders and stuff, or just say like fuck you. Like, wasn't that the thing in like Dawn of War? I have not played Dawn of War, but if I remember right, there's like some conflicting orders between like I thought it Raven Guard, the Blood Ravens, and then the Guard, and the Guard's guy was like, no, fuck you guys. I have orders. I'm gonna shoot you. Yeah, I mean they kind of do. You could still have like there are inter like faction like chapter civil wars do happen. So like I feel like even if you did both through Ultramarines, that kind of works. Now, if you're playing both of you are playing Ultramarines and both of you bring in fucking Yeomen, I guess at that point you're just like, all right, one of us isn't the real Ultramarines. This is clearly some like Alpha Legion shit. Which Yeoman is real? It's the winner. I guess you could do that. You could do that as an excuse. Somebody's Alfarius. We don't know who yet. So Caroline, have yourself a good night and take it easy, yo. Oh yeah, no, Church Crusade's really fun. I really like it. If you have not checked it out, a good resource for there is just a Trench Crusade website that now it used to be shit. It used to be way weenier. Okay. But yeah, now it's actually got like all the lore together, and it's sorted by like country and era, and there's different chapters, and there's like community links and FAQs, and all the rules are there, including like campaign rules, and like they even have rules for like the Red Brigade and the mercenary stuff. Now they got a pilgrim name generator. That's new. My pilgrim's name is Tribulation Faithful. That's fun. I'm gonna have to use that later. I'm gonna have to use that later. I got so many tabs right now that I have to like carefully grab and move them. Yeah, they got their, yeah. So apparently the door there's like an ARG thing, which nobody's been able to figure out yet. I think one of the devs were like, somebody got the answer right, but they like mistyped the answer, or they fucked it up in some way. They fumbled it. So last I heard, people were trying to figure out what that was, like what they fumbled. I guess that's the tricky thing with the ARGs is like, yeah, like that those kind of fuck ups can happen, and then you're kind of like, well, okay. Oh, the password did happen. Okay, that's good then. That's fine. Get those little stuff down there. There's like a little ARG where like on the website there I haven't checked in a while, a locked door, and the door required a password, and I have not checked in there beyond that. How you doing, Lord of Bones? Welcome. Reading the lore because that's fair. God, I am. Yeah, apparently it is. I think the door is part of the ARG. Guys, I'm almost done with the fucking call book. I have like 6 more minutes. And this is what's driving me nuts about the call book. This is not a big spoiler, but just here I'm not gonna say the circumstances. There's a moment where Call and Bile talk, and like Bile managed to slip one on Call, and it's neat. They're interacting now. That was the whole fucking point. You put them on the cover, and they barely interacted this whole book, and it was really cool. And it's like, okay, in a different book, like in like this is another one that's like the parts are there. There were potential bones for a neat book, but for some reason they just wasted your time. Oh, I'm gonna be glad to be gone with it, but it's like it's almost more frustrating that the end is like kind of neat, because if it was like wall to wall annoying, I could just kind of fully write it off. I could just be like it's jank from wall to wall, but no, there was like a neat little bit at the end, and like fucking Call actually gets like challenged and actually gets like bamboozled, and like shit doesn't go his way for a change. I'm like, oh shit. It does feel like they're setting up a third book though. I think a lot of the stuff is they're setting up a third book, and I don't think I care enough for the third book if it ever does happen. I do like the Church of Metamorphosis a lot, just aesthetically, or just like I also like the idea that it's like, yeah, there's a fuck up door in hell that like even a lot of demons avoid because it's just weird nonsense. I have thou forsaken me? Wait, are you serious? What? Hold on. I need to try it. Why are they typing like Vriska Homestuck though? Where's that door at? I don't remember where the fuck they redesigned their website again, so I actually don't know where the thing's at. I'll have to refine where that's at. But they fucking got Vriska's they got fucking Vriska's typing quirk. There's no way they could have known about Homestuck when they were putting this together, because like Mike Franchina and definitely Thomas definitely are not like Homestuck fans. That would be the funniest shit ever if like Thomas is like, oh yeah, no, I love Homestuck. John's my boy. That would be great. There's no way though. There's no way. Resin printers are really good. They're like, I hate to be the guy that's like, you should get a resin printer constantly, but they're a game changer for bits. Like even if you don't want to do your whole models, if you're like, I don't play at a Games Workshop store, and I would love to have like cool customization bits for like my let's just say you're just playing Warhams and you just want customization bits. You can get so much out of the printer. You can get so much out of the printer. Serious? Hey, let's go. So that's up in. They really don't act like space. I would argue that, I don't know. I'm not. Ugh. They don't really act like space communists. They definitely kind of got more like almost like a I don't know what you would call it. Doesn't give me space communist vibes. I do like. I also think I'm also not like a Tau hater. I still think like legitimately Elemental Council. Like that book has been talked about a lot. I think it's been definitely one of the better reads, especially because the lady who reads it. I wish I could remember her name. Like, she is a phenomenal voice actress. Like, she's got range. Like, she can do like a gruff military guy. Like, you know, she's always gonna get that like a little bit of British lady in there, but like not enough that it's bad. But she can do like all kinds of voices, old, young, child, like. Because here's the thing, the opposite sometimes too, is like you get like a British man trying his best to be a waif of a girl, and like the first heretic, the blind lady whose name I'm blanking on. Like you would get a lot of that. It's like it's not the worst. It's not the worst, but like it's definitely nice. I think the only problem is she only shows up in stories that are like primarily female driven, which just doesn't mean she shows up a lot. But I wish I could remember her name. I just don't know the names of a lot of people who read the Warhammer stuff, but like she's genuinely very good. Probably my favorite. They brute forced it. I could definitely see that, yeah. I'm sure there's probably a hint given at some stuff too. Yeah, and the cast system's neat, though. Once again, my brain is like way more. For some reason, like I still really like the idea of Tau Janissaries. I love Tau Janissaries, and I love like I like all like I think the Tau are neat, but I do sort of wish a little bit the Tau were more of a coalition. They are, but like it's clearly like Tau are the the important ones. And like that's the thing, like you would kind of even see that in like Elemental Council, where there was a main human guy, and a lot of them were giving him shit for like being part of the Tau Va. Like he was doing a lot of work and he was like trying his best, and like he was like genuinely could like speak Tau and do something I didn't realize. That like this was something that like I don't know if Elemental Council invented this or if I just didn't know about it until Elemental Council. Is that apparently the language of Tau is like spoken like with a lot of gestures. So like you can speak Tau entirely verbally, but like when you're having a conversation, they would do a lot of hand signing, which was really clever because it introduced some cool story stuff. Or like you could see that like one of the Tau is like, her hands are twitching, like very nervously while she's speaking pretty calmly. So something's up. That part was really neat. I really like that little like tidbit about them. But yeah, I'll definitely have to try out the I'll definitely have to try out the stuff, the password later once I rediscover where that door is. Tower Italian. Italian? There we go. Jay's not even here to hear that. That's fucked up. I'm just punning for free. Oh, yeah, I got this. There we go. Boo. That's fine. Boo me all you want. It was a dump one anyway. So, God, I barely drank any water tonight. I should rectify that. Oh, okay. So it used to be at the top. Okay, that's good. So in my mind is like, oh, it used to be at the top. Ah, there we go. Ooh, very spacey. Oh no, it's playing music. Oh, that's okay. I'll have to check that out later when it's not like I started to hear like cool guttural chanting. It's like I gotta go back to that later. Oh, speaking of which, so Sir Sebastian, you're interested in salamanders, right? You just said that. You're in luck. Okay. Here might be. I might have another reason to convince you to pick up a resin printer. Let me. Why did my mini factory send me out? Let me re-log into fucking my mini factory account. So there's a company called Grey Tide Studios, and they're really cool. They do sort of these like big sets, kit bashing sets for various like they mostly do Marines, but they recently did a Salamanders one, and it's really good. Let's see, let me get a picture of that on the screen for you so you can take a look. Like here's the full link, and then let me post stuff. There we go. Are they? I have been using an O2 nozzle for my stuff, and it's been pretty neat. But I have not. I don't do mini grade minis on there. But yeah, check it out. There's like a whole. So you get like a bunch of cool alternate helmets. You get a bunch of like scale capes and some cool spears. You got some cool shoulder pads. Basically, these are meant for kit bashing, so you do have to provide like the torsos and the legs, but you get some cool flamers. Yeah, I was like, I don't really have any desire to do salamanders, just because like, I mean, I do like green. I have just an infinite number of other stuff. I do like some of the bits. There's like one of the bits, there's like the dragon shoulder one somebody did up to be like Tyrannid style, where like a salamander's guy killed a Tyrannid and made cool shoulder pads out of it. There we go. This is just too big to show, to shrink and just cut the corner. I'm just gonna delete it. But yeah, that might be a neat reason to get a 3D printer, for those bits. Mind you, if you play at a G-Dub store, they're not super keen on those kind of things, but fuck them. I can say fuck them. It's like I play at my shop. Games Workshop is never gonna send me models early either. whatever. I would rather retain the ability to shit talk G-dubs and have to like basically have to suck their dick for free boxes. I'm good. Chaos Dwarves of Nurgle. Ooh. I don't know. The Chaos Dwarf box is neat. I have no idea where I'd fit it on my stuff. If anything, I think what I'd want to do is mix Chaos Dwarves with some Sultanate stuff. Try to cut the difference there. I could Nurgle them out though. So the thing is though, it's like I like Nurgle stuff, but I also think the cool part about, I don't know, I like Chaos Dwarves like with Hashut. I like that they have their own god who's like a cool like forge god that gives them shit. I do really like that aspect. I'd kind of hate. I'd actually kind of hate to take that away. Weirdly enough. So like I would be totally down to like add more like Sultanate bits because it kind of just like more of like an aesthetic change. How you doing, Belner? How you doing? Welcome. Let me get this sleeve bit real quick. Some water. I'm really big today. I guess I did zoom in quite a bit when I was working on the filming stuff. For people who have not seen, it's been a while since I'm putting together that video. I'm putting that video together that I was talking about for making like chaos meatballs out of like grounded up orc bits for chaos spawn. So here's one of them. He has not gotten the Tamiya putty filler and like texture stuff. He's a chunky boy. This is a thick ass model, which should be. He's got like roughly 5 orcs of, well, yeah, like 5 orcs of body mass in there. Minus their like guns and heads, because I kept those for kit bashing reasons for later. You never know when you need a spare one. Oh yeah, those are both good. I mean, hey, they also do have a really good Space Wolves bit box. I don't think they got anything for Lamenters. I mean, I know Lamenters aren't Lamenters like a Blood Angel successor, but I don't think they bring it. I don't think they bring any of the specific, like, what's it called? I don't think they bring any of the visual stuff though. Because there is also the Crimson Lords from there that has a lot of the like cool Blood Angel bits, but I guess you could kind of do that for Lamenters, but for me, in my mind, Lamenters are just vanilla Marines that are just sad a lot. Like, I mean, like, visually. Like, I don't know if Lamenters got any specific aesthetic stuff going on. They probably do, and I'm just not aware of them. There we go. Let's take inventory on the lads real quick. Still, a lot of work needs to be done. Look at them. They're, like, reasonably together. Yeah, there we go. Look at me. I'm remembering Marine stuff. Yippee. Could retouch up their arms. Their arms got like 1 coat, and part of it's like not doing super well. What? You give this guy his schnoz though. Schnoz, his little gas mask bit. There we go. Oh, they also have sacred. Oh, okay. That's cool then. That would be nice to see some. I would like to see that. I don't think I've ever seen like proper like very blood angels out Lamenters. I think that would be really neat though. And then just put a bit of metal on there. Yippee! Or planets give. Oh, you mean like in life? I was like, I did think it would be cool to do a stream where we like, you know how the TRPGs have a lot of cool like sector stuff where you can like roll up your own like planet and star sector and whatnot. I did think something like that would be really cool to do for a stream. Like everybody just kind of gets together and like maybe uses that like, I don't know, like maybe like string together like a really loose narrative campaign in like the HAL server. I don't know the best way to go about doing that, but like at least rolling charts. I don't know. I find rolling charts fun. I don't know if watching an elf man roll charts is pinnacle of entertainment. Maybe I could be wrong on there. Let's just book. Have yourself a good night and take it easy, yo. They kill Tyrannus, they take some biomass back. Yeah, that's true. They do be reclaiming that. It was actually a really cool neat. It was really cool seeing in the great work, like the first call book, just a planet that was post biomass tripping, where it's just like, yeah, this is all basically like dust. There was describing scenes of like when the sides of the Emperor fell in their sanctuary, of like Yeah, inside of here, you could tell there's a battle because there's like suits of armor that's been cut open, but there's no meat inside. All the meat's been sucked up. Oh, Jesus. Shit. Get in there. Not like a good arm. Like, this is like, I don't like this is already, if I remember right, because this is a really jank ad hoc combo to make all these like bits work. It's like, I don't know if I could have done these with sub-assemblies. I don't know if sub-assemblies would have worked on them. But I mean, just like some bits like the deep armpit are just gonna be... Second red is definitely doing a lot though. I kind of wish there was like a little bit more to add a red accent to, but like I mean, I could. The thing is, like, yeah, basically, yeah, they do get shucked. Part of me is like, what if I gave him a red, like, I'm thinking Curse Thought. I'm thinking something. Oh fuck! There's like also like the little gun back in there that I just did not get. I'm having mischievous thoughts. Also the ad break is almost done soon. We are almost so back. Welcome back, everybody. Yippee! Let's go. How's this work? Have yourself a good night. Take it easy, yo. Hey, glad you got some Nighthawns done too. I do like those. Like, Nighthawns are really nice. I had like a couple from like. There was a really, really cheap Nighthaunts versus Stormcast starter box. So I have like a couple of them just kicking around. Like before I started VTubing, just in like a bucket somewhere. Like I could maybe use those for like cool cloaks because that's just kind of what you do. Well, I was debating ideas like, what if I gave him like red butt and like the red cod piece? Because then you got the blue on the stripes and the cuff. But I'm like, no, if he's got like a red ass, the problem is that the red ass is going to like draw attention to his ass. And I don't quite want that. I don't want everyone to like laser target his ass. Very, very specific angle on this. There we go. Yeah. That's what I thought. It was like, well, it definitely, he would definitely look like a baboon. So I don't think I'm ready to commit to that. I wanted to. Oh, let's do it though. That's fine. That's fine. Why am I even fussing over red? I legitimately have like so many red armies, like between like my court and my word bearers and my trench pilgrims. So many of my models are red. It's like green's my favorite color, but I think red's just my favorite to paint. I think just red just looks good on so much. Like, it's amazing I didn't pick up a red Space Marine chapter, but that's just because I do Minotaurs, and they have red accents anyway, so it's like, I'm still winning. I'm still doing it. It's still happening. Very happy with the progress of the lads tonight. So definitely not done. I don't think I'm going to have enough time to... part of me was hoping I could get these guys done, but I forgot, like, once again, I chose a weirdly complicated scheme for them. I did not have to inflict, I did not need to inflict, like, this kind of, like, pantaloon colors, but I did. I mean, that would be the most fun for me to paint, but alas, I will... Like... I'm more likely to open up a P.O. box for people to send me shit than to do commissions. And that even then, that's always kind of like a very, very unlikely scenario. Because here's the thing. I have so much of my own shit to paint. Where the fuck am I going to find time to paint someone else's shit? It's just not happening. It's just not happening. And like what if I have to paint something I don't want to paint? AKA the worst. Because I always worry about this. Like someone be like, "All right, paint. What's it called? Paint like really, really what would I consider like the most thing that I would not want to paint? Paint Harlequins, and they must be pristine. Like they should not be like dirty or battle damaged or grimy at all. They should only be bright and cheerful Harlequins. I think Harlequins are cool, but goddamn, painting them like that would drive me fucking nuts. I definitely have like, oh shit, he never got yellow. Okay, that would be a nice easy. Wait, I thought I got everybody at least one coat of yellow. Lads. But yeah, no. Officers got your wounds. Red? I mean, if you want to, I don't like when you say like paint the entire army, like how intensive would that be? I'm curious, like how many models would that be? Like, is this just gonna be like a small little like diorama project? Is this gonna be for like a war game? How you doing, Turtle Sages? Welcome. I've been working on Yeomen. And it's been going pretty good. I've been basically getting like a lot of the detail on them today. Customize would be cool. I feel like maybe at some point, I feel like a PO box will be happening. I don't know when. Like I'm not gonna set a time, but it does like. I'm gonna be honest. The more I keep the tongue flick. I've had that forever. The tricky thing is it's dedicated like when my tongue's out. And sometimes when I get like focusing, I just do a little like it's a reflex I've always had. Like sometimes like when I get like really focusing on something, my tongue just will just stick out. Sort of weird like animal quirk to my mimicness, I guess. It's like some sort of just like bestial trait. Oh god, I mean, you think that would be fun, but that's a lot of troops. Whenever I see like 80 and like, god, so I need to get some tactical squads made for Horus Heresy. I have 20 guys that like, I picked up from my shop a while ago, and, they're actually like, they're already basically built, they're built with bolters, but some of them have chain bayonets and some of them have regular bayonets I need to rip off. But I know that I need to like get them done, and then like maybe another squad. God, that's so many. And those are models that I can just like airbrush red and then touch up a little bit with some stuff and then add on the pauldrons, which I need to like mass produce later. Oh, I didn't even get the ink on his shirt. Oh, fuck, okay. I've apparently been missing bits and pieces that I totally skipped over on accident. Yeah. To be fair, I don't do it super often. Like, it's quick enough that I'm sure that, like, it's easy to miss. Ooh, how's the ramen, yo? That's probably the way to do that, yeah. For me, I'm doing it because word bearers are... I don't know how they're going to change in the new edition. I imagine if they're like the old one, they're still a very, like, horde army. Like, they're gonna want a lot of massed infantry. But they also apparently are getting unique Saturnines, and I need to... The implication seems to be that there's demons in there. And I want to know to what extent. Because I have a really cool idea of taking the Saturnine... You know how, like, the Saturnine has, like, a little, like, hole for the head? I want to rip that out. I want to, like, not put the head in and, like, extend the hole and have, like, a demon coming out. I think that would be cool. I think that would be rad as shit. There we go. Let's get this guy. Let's get this guy yellowed up. Yeah, but I've not played 2nd edition. I don't have a strong preference. I got the box for 2nd edition. I started putting some stuff together, but it just kind of like, you know, other projects kind of got in the way. It was also sort of before I knew Trench Crusade was going to become a thing, and I was just like, well, maybe, like, there was a brief period of time I was like, maybe I'll join, like, my local Horus Heresy group. Maybe I'll give that a go. So, I still have a decent amount of that done. Like, I basically got, like, a lot of, like, HQs and termies and stuff, but I need just bulk troops. And even if I was doing 2nd edition, I think I would still want to get, like, 2 squads attacks would actually be pretty legit. Two max 20 squads attacks would be probably, like, a good core, and then from there I can kind of season it with like Marigals and Galvorbaks and whatnot. As far as I can tell, Word Bearers in 3rd edition mostly are just missing out. They had Warpfire Plasma, which if I remember right, it was just plasma with like 1 less strength, but it never got hot. So you could do really, really fun things like take a Moritat and give it like double... Mortitat. I always forget how to pronounce that. You give them like 2 double like plasma pistols and just fly them in the back and shoot a bunch of plasma. I don't think that was like great, but that was like a joke thing to do. But otherwise, you could just make like squads of 10 and just give them plasma blasters. It'd be fun. I don't think people did because like las cannons were still really, really good in 2nd edition. It's always a gist I was told. It's like, well, we don't want this to be like, we want this to be like a super fluffy game, but also we are going to play the fuck out of some las cannons. There's always the sort of gist I would always just see. Kind of that like weird backwards thing where it's like, well, eh. But hey, at least it seems like las cannons are useful, but they're not stupid good in this. I keep hearing good shit about like the gameplay of the new edition, though, which is cool. Yeah, I mean, listen, I am not going to be able to own the concept of demon coming out of a shell. Yeah, so yeah, go for it. Like it's just an idea. But yeah, so that's what I'm planning on doing with my like. I think whenever my Saturnine box comes in, I might hold off on the Saturnines themselves as long as I can. At the very least, I can do the fuck huge Dreadnought. It's like, I can't imagine there's going to be a Dreadnought variant that's going to be extra spicy. Or I could do the Praetor at the very least. Or you know what? There are Word Bearers. I could just say fuck it. I might just do that anyway. I might just do that anyway and just say like even if the actual rules are like they're not possessed, to be like fuck you. They try to stick possessed into Saturnines. We're Word Bearers. We don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'll just do that. I'll just do that when that's new. Whenever my box comes in, which I don't know when that's going to be. There we go. Lads. Dude, yeah, I was realizing that I was like, wait a minute. I'm falling into the same, because like, I'm not immune to that mindset of like, I need to wait for Games Workshop to give me rules. No, you're right. I gotta, you know, it's easy to fall into that sometimes, even for me, but yeah, you're right. I gotta not do that. So they're not done, but I don't have much time left tonight. So I think this is a good wrap up point. Go to chatting screen. Wow. Thank you, nerds, for coming. I had a lot of fun. I got these guys are not done, but hey, I could actually like bring them to the table and be like, hey, check it out. They're cool. These are workable. Schedule-wise, I'm about to wrap up, you nerd. That's fine. This is okay. This is fine. Schedule-wise, next week is going to be a pretty light schedule because I'm going to be gone on Wednesday. And on Tuesday, I'm going to be not streaming because I need to get some players ready for Sword World for a Sword World collab. Thursday, probably going back to Illbleed. I'm debating between Illbleed or maybe just painting a model. I don't like the idea of going a week without painting a model because I got so many models to paint. And then probably XCOM Saturday and mini painting Sunday. I don't know what yet for mini painting yet, but we'll find out. We'll find out, yo. But yeah, everybody on the YouTube side, I'm gonna cut you nerds loose, so take it easy. Bye, YouTube people. Bye-bye. Bye. And then on the Twitch side,